Once upon a time in a peaceful village nestled amidst lush green hills, there lived a wise old teacher named Mr. Anderson. He believed that education should not be limited to academic subjects but should also focus on imparting moral values and ethics. With this belief, he dedicated his life to teaching the children of the village about the importance of moral education. Every morning, the children would gather in a small courtyard, eager to listen to Mr. Anderson's wisdom. He would sit under a large oak tree, his kind eyes twinkling with knowledge, and his voice filled with warmth. The children loved the stories he told and the lessons he taught. One day, Mr. Anderson decided to take his students on a field trip to the neighboring town. They arrived at a bustling marketplace, where people from different walks of life were engaged in various activities. The children were excited to explore, but Mr. Anderson had a different plan in mind. He led the children to a fruit vendor and asked them to observe quietly. They watched as the vendor carefully weighed each fruit and interacted with his customers. Suddenly, a man in ragged clothes approached the vendor, looking disheveled and famished. He pleaded with the vendor to give him some fruits for free as he had no money. The vendor, who seemed to be a kind-hearted soul, smiled and handed the man a few apples. The children observed the vendor's compassion and generosity. Mr. Anderson then gathered the children in a circle and asked them to reflect on what they had witnessed. He explained that the vendor's act of kindness reflected the moral values of empathy, compassion, and generosity. He emphasized that moral education was not just about rules and regulations but about understanding the importance of treating others with kindness and respect. As the day progressed, Mr. Anderson took the children to various places, showcasing different scenarios where moral education played a crucial role. They visited a hospital, where doctors and nurses worked tirelessly to care for the sick. They saw teachers imparting knowledge and guidance to their students in a school. They even encountered a group of volunteers helping those in need at a local shelter. At the end of the day, the children returned to their village, their hearts filled with gratitude and a newfound understanding of the significance of moral education. Mr. Anderson encouraged them to practice kindness, empathy, and compassion in their daily lives. He reminded them that education was not just about gaining knowledge but about becoming better human beings. Years passed, and the children grew up to be responsible individuals who made a positive impact in their community. They never forgot the lessons taught by Mr. Anderson and continued to spread the importance of moral education wherever they went. Mr. Anderson's teachings had a ripple effect on the village and beyond. People started to realize that moral education was the foundation for a harmonious society. Schools and educational institutions began incorporating moral values into their curriculum, and parents actively participated in instilling these values in their children. The village became known for its compassionate and ethical citizens, and neighboring communities started seeking guidance from Mr. Anderson and his students. His dedication to moral education transformed the lives of countless individuals and inspired a generation to prioritize kindness and empathy, and so, the wise old teacher's legacy continued to thrive, as the importance of moral education spread far and wide, shaping a world where goodness and integrity prevailed.